Every athlete dreams big. Every athlete has the desire to accomplish big things. Even though just 1% of the athletes reach the highest level, every athlete believes it's possible to make. Have you ever wondered why is it so hard? Why some athletes end up giving up, and why some athletes reach the highest level and use their full ability? Well, for the most part, it's their mind. And one of the tools that can help you to improve your confidence, your motivation, your focus is goal setting. It is the first step for turning the invisible into the visible. And the reality is that most athletes have no clue how to do that. I never learned that as an athlete. I was stuck with the grinder culture, listening to quotes and living as if things like, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough, were true. Today I know that if your dreams are scaring you, they are actually a nightmare. But for most of my life, I was acting as if that was the truth. That had really bad consequences to my life. Hopefully, I was able to follow a path that allowed me to learn the tools that work on the mind. And now, I want to help athletes that probably struggle with the same thing as I did before I entered the field of psychology. Without knowing and applying the rules of the mental game, it's nearly impossible to achieve your mental goals of feeling confident, motivated, focused, less anxious, and anything else related to the mental side. This is what we're going to do today. Learning one of the best techniques for working on the mental side, goal setting. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Gabriel Diano. I'm the creator of Athlete Mentality and also of the Athlete Mentality Academy. For the past years, I have been studying psychology, neuroscience, and the mind of the best athletes in the world. All of that with one goal in mind: helping athletes to achieve the best of their potential and finally use their full skills when it matters the most. So, stick with me, grab a paper and pencil, take notes, do the exercises, and let's do those things together. These tools will help you to set your goals, track them, and finally achieve what you set for yourself. The process we're going to follow consists of 3 steps: setting the big goal, breaking it down to smaller steps, and tracking your progress towards your goals. So first thing, setting the big goal. For doing that, you need to have 3 things in mind. The first one, you have to set a goal that is very specific. You need to have a very clear image of what you want to accomplish. That will help your brain to project something into the future that is worth putting work in. The second thing is making it moderately hard. It shouldn't be too easy, it shouldn't be too hard. It should be in a spot that you believe that you can achieve that, and you should challenge yourself for working towards that. In the third and optional step, and it might sound a little bit weird or crazy, but anything that science has proved and science has quantified before, it's worth trying. This step is consistent of having a clear image of what you accomplish. And what I mean by that is actually having an image. So you can look at it and see what you're going to accomplish. The studies have shown that when you know what you want to accomplish, you are much more likely to take steps into that. So what you can do is really put an image of yourself wearing the jersey, playing the state you want to play. That's having a clear image of what you accomplish. Then we're going to set the smaller accomplishments. Every step that will take you to the bigger goal. Once you break those things into smaller steps, you have a better image of the path you are going through to achieve your biggest goal. You start at the end point, and then you move backward until you know what you accomplish year by year, including what you're going to accomplish in the next few months. Once you have that challenge, what we're going to do is to define the actions for you to achieve that, one by one. So the next thing that you want to accomplish in the next few months. What are the things that you have to do today, tomorrow, and this week that will move you closer to that goal? People who take the time to write down the implementation plan are more likely to achieve their goals. So take this time and write down the things that you are going to do, the actions. Another study found that is what's actually more rewarding for ourselves is not even achieving the goal, but feeling like we are making progress towards the goal. That is referring to mastery. And when you feel like you're making progress and improving yourself, you are much more motivated to continue in that path. Also, it's needed to pick actions that are moderately hard for you. If you pick something that is tremendously hard, you're not going to make that a habit. And what matters the most is doing things consistently. Also, don't pick things that are too easy, because if you do them, you're not actually making as much progress as you could. The more detailed and specific you make your plan, the more likely you are to do it, to actually implement those actions. Pick the things you are going to work on. 3 to 5 actions that you have to work on that will help you to make progress. List the action, when you are going to do it, and instructions if needed. Lastly, how to track your progress. Okay, you already have the actions that you are going to take. The first thing you have to check is, did you do them? Did you actually put in the time and the work to do those things? And secondly, how did you do that? Was it a good performance? What can you improve? How can you improve? What are the ways that will be more helpful for you to proceed to that situation? Can you use a mindfulness meditation before? Can you remind yourself of the goals you're trying to accomplish before that? Or the activity itself? Are you doing it the best you can, or can you improve the technique? Pay attention to those things. The more details you have about it, the more likely you are to improve. Another common question is, how often should you check that? How often should you track your progress? Well, the answer is consistently. And what I mean by that is that you have to be consistent. If you're going to check every day, you gotta do it every day. If you're going to check it once a week, you gotta have a day for that. If you're going to check on Tuesday and Thursday, you gotta do it every Tuesday and Thursday. You gotta be consistent. Another nice tip for you is to share your progress with a friend. Studies have shown that people who share their progress are more likely to make more progress. So if you find that it's interesting and you have someone that you trust and that is following a similar path to you, send this video to them. Start doing this work together. This can motivate you even more to accomplish your goals and to actually work on them daily. This is the process for setting, developing the plan, and achieving your goals. It's very simple and effective, but it requires commitment. I created a PDF with the framework that I am talking about in this video. If you want to have that, I share it to my Telegram group. So what you gotta do is click the link in the description of the video, join my group, and the PDF is there. If you don't have the app, it's free. I'm constantly sharing tips about mental preparation in there. Also, if you use the PDF, if you set your goals and you start working on them, post a screenshot of that on Instagram and tag me. I want to know if you're working on your goals, and I want to know if I'm helping you or not. All of the things that I'm talking about in here are science-based. So if you apply those things, it's guaranteed you'll have results. Stick to the process, do those things. Leave a feedback on the video in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I see you soon.